The YEP program exemplifies the remarkable things our county can achieve when we invest in the right places. The YEP Track and Field program has had such a positive impact on our lives. Through it, we've connected with many wonderful families and their talented youth. This year alone, the program qualified in 13 events for the Junior Olympics, an impressive accomplishment. Dr. Calvin Ball has consistently supported youth programs and their families. I have personally witnessed his encouragement of the wonderful activities that my son and daughter have participated in. As a parent, it feels reassuring to know that we have a county executive who is in tune with the positive accomplishments of our youth. In today's climate, it is very easy for the young people to become distracted. So Dr. Calvin Ball's support is proof that he recognizes just how important these programs are.
There is a dire need for affordable housing, nationally and here in Howard County. Accessible, affordable housing options are severely limited and waiting lists can stretch for years. More than 2,300 people registered to apply for the 76 units of housing at Patuxent Commons, which is clear evidence of this need. Patuxent Commons is special because it reimagines what inclusive, affordable housing can be. It brings together people of all ages and abilities to live as neighbors in a truly integrated community. While it can't solve the entire affordable housing crisis, it serves as a powerful model for what's possible. Dr. Ball, thank you for helping make Howard County a place where people of all abilities are not just welcomed, but truly included. You are among the earliest champions of Patuxent Commons, and you helped make it an inspiring example of what can happen when innovation, advocacy, and community leaders come together around a common vision. And given the need that exists, we're committed to working with you and others to ensure that the first will not be the last.
Dr. Ball has been a consistent champion for children and families. He recognizes that access to affordable, high-quality childcare is essential to the health and economic strength of our county. The value of ECE is unmatched, yet chronically underfunded. As the county continues to grow, the gap between what families need and what is available has widened. The shortage places a burden on working families and often forces difficult choices between career, education, and caring for their children. Thanks to the support of Dr. Ball, we've been given funding to open a new centre and expand access to an additional 50 families, as well as create at least 20 new jobs. His administration has worked to increase funding and support for early childhood education providers, and he has made a point to engage directly with centres like ours. By listening to our needs, visiting our classrooms and prioritising childcare in county initiatives, Dr. Ball has shown a true commitment to helping providers like us expand capacity and serve more families.
Chaberton Energy, we're a Maryland-based distributed energy developer. We have projects all throughout the state. Howard County stands above all the rest in terms of being a clean county, an energy efficient county, but also a county that embraces renewable energy. It's definitely a challenge being a renewable energy developer. It starts out with education and teaching them what community solar is. What's the benefit to implementing these projects that work to fight and combat climate change? For Maryland, the shining example of progress and moving the ball forward is Howard County. You could just tell that they understand the challenges that we face, from a changing climate, global crises, as well as energy. We're facing these challenges, and the only way to really solve them is taking a proactive, forward-looking approach. What we found in working with the county is that we have a real partner, a true partner, in wanting to implement more of these type of projects.
People care about healthcare. It's a very fundamental thing. It's hard to think about, living a good, thriving life without being healthy. Whether it's access to health insurance, prevalence of chronic disease, people's self-rating of their own behavioral health, they feel like they're struggling. The urgency of these issues is, escalating. I appreciate that Dr. Ball has really raised the urgency on these questions. The Howard County Provider Forum is, at this point, 30 providers, stakeholders from throughout the county who care about health. It was established earlier this year by an executive order by Dr. Ball. Patients, people, citizens get into trouble not within an institution, but between institutions. And it's a bunch of different pieces that might fit together and might not. The Howard County Provider Forum is an opportunity for us to try to fit those pieces together in a better way. Dr. Ball has also done a lot for the hospital, providing funding for the expansion of our behavioral health unit, provided financial support from the county for expanding our observation unit, also provided programmatic support to help people navigate our behavioral health system, as well as folks who are frequently using our emergency medical services. So we've really appreciated his support there. It's allowed us to meet our patients and our clients where they need to be.
My initial thought when I was in the river was like, I can't let my sister and my mom hear that I died this way. When I grabbed the branch and I sat on the shore, I said, oh my God, I'm going to survive this. My name is Heather Owens. I am a survivor of the 2016 Ellicott City flood. I thought I would initially be very scared and like fearful to come down here, but I find that it's very cathartic and healing. I don't want to be anywhere else. I was driving down Route 40 one day and I came across this retaining pond and I was like, what is going on here? What is that? So I went and looked it up, and that's when I found the Safe and Sound program. I'm very pleased. I'm very excited about the finishing of the tunnel. I have seen the alerts come across my phone and see that the retention ponds are working, which gives me hope. I hope that it continues to thrive like it has in the past and that people continue to come here. It's a really great spot in Howard County. I think the business owners that have been here for years deserve to be here for many more years. So the more that we mitigate flooding, the more likely we are to have better tourism and be able to just continue to enjoy the unique nature of Ellicott City. I'm really happy that Calvin Ball came into office and started this program. It's been really healing for me knowing that people care enough to do something to mitigate what happened to me, and that it won't happen to other people and it won't happen to other businesses. So I'm very grateful for that.
Good evening and welcome. In Howard County, we ignite innovation and we remain at the forefront of building a thriving community. We take bold steps to unleash progress, unlock results, and together we will unveil the promise of tomorrow. Together we have faced every obstacle and embraced opportunity with data-informed, people-driven solutions. And while we have made substantial progress, I know there is more work ahead. Howard County will remain a national model because the state of Howard County is strong. Howard County is recognized as one of the best places to live in the world. We have earned distinctions as the safest, healthiest, and happiest jurisdictions because of our high quality of life and access to opportunity. While our accolades will continue to grow, we know there is still work ahead to ensure Howard County is accessible, affordable, not just overall, but for all. We recently launched our first ever Guaranteed Basic Income pilot program. In partnership with the Community Action Council of Howard County, this pilot provides families with children access to wraparound services. Families will now receive monthly support to meet immediate needs and strengthen long-term stability. And as we continue igniting innovation and unleashing progress, we broke ground just last week on a new early childhood education center and food bank. This will be a regional hub for childcare and food access along the Route 1 corridor. I want to thank Tracy Broccolino and the entire CAC team for partnering with us on this. Knowing childcare is vital to a thriving community and workforce, we added 26 childcare professionals to expand high-quality programs through our Department of Recreation and Parks, cutting wait lists nearly 60%. And with a $1 million grant in partnership with our Economic Development Authority, we invested in 27 independent child care providers. This funding facilitated expansions and the opening of 3 new centers that will create more than 200 seats. These investments ensure children have safe, supportive spaces. Now, continuing to ignite innovation, I'm pleased to announce the site of a future child care center at the Patuxent Woods campus. Our newly acquired modern office building will serve families of Howard County government employees, nonprofit workers, and our wider community. We continue to invest in our youngest residents while also prioritizing our aging neighbors. As our older adult population grows, we must ensure that we can comfortably, securely, and safely age in place. To support this effort, I submitted legislation to our county council to expand eligibility for the senior tax credit and aging in place tax credit. This bill will also extend the length of time eligible property owners can receive the aging in place tax credit. And with rising costs and financial uncertainty, we know that too many of our older residents on fixed incomes are struggling. And this bill offers meaningful relief. Access to safe, stable housing is also vital, not only for our seniors, it uplifts our entire community and drives economic growth. Now, this year, we unleashed significant progress in advancing affordable housing solutions for those who need them the most. In July, we broke ground on Enterprise's newest affordable housing redevelopment projects, the Vision at Parkway and the Legacy at Cedar Lane. These 2 projects combined will create more than 200 homes by replacing aging rental communities. Now, since I became your county executive, we have championed Enterprise's redevelopment plan and collectively invested more than $17 million in county funds to support these projects for our neighbors. Furthermore, next month we will cut the ribbon on one of the most anticipated projects, Patuxent Commons. Developed with our partners at Mission First Housing Group, Patuxent Commons is a 76-unit apartment community designed to address housing instability among low-income adults with disabilities, older adults, young adults with families, and so many in Howard County. Now, earlier this year, we broke ground on the highly anticipated Performing Arts Center. This center will replace the landmark Toby's Dinner Theater, and Phase 1 is expected to open in fall of 2026, with mixed income housing to follow in 2029. These are major milestones toward the goals of the Downtown Columbia Plan. Now, building on our commitment to housing affordability and accessibility, in July, I unveiled a transformational plan to reach functional zero within 5 years. Working with trusted community partners, this plan will deliver long-term solutions and ensure every neighbor experiencing homelessness has the support that they need. In 2024, we dedicated $1 million to Grassroots and completed the first expansion of their emergency shelter since 2008, adding 20 new beds. Tonight, I'm pleased to share that construction on the second expansion will finish this November, adding 17 more beds. But we're not done yet. This December, we will break ground on Howard County's first non-congregate shelter. And once complete, this 20-room facility will provide private, short-term shelter, comprehensive assessments, and immediate referrals to housing and vital services to those in need. Together, we are uplifting our community, uplifting our most vulnerable neighbors, and creating a true sense of belonging for all. To ignite innovation in the recent years ahead, we must cultivate an environment of health and well-being for all residents. Challenges like limited access to care, overburdened emergency departments, and gaps in coordination have persisted for years across our state and our nation. Now, since becoming your county executive, my team has worked tirelessly to improve the health outcomes for every resident. We only have one hospital, the Johns Hopkins Howard County Medical Center, and I'd like to thank Dr. Ahmed and his entire leadership team for their commitment to our health for our entire community. We will unlock results, ensuring a special wall-breaking ceremony that we'll have in November. And with $15 million in county funding, this project will expand the hospital's capacity by 29 beds, the first bed expansion since 2009. Together, we've made meaningful strides to ease the strain on our healthcare system, improve outcomes, and that includes investing in more than $3 million in maternal health, launching a discharge hospitality suite serving more than 6,500 patients, and that was done in partnership with our Maryland Hospital Association and opening our new behavioral health unit at the hospital. We're also going to be breaking ground on our newest residential crisis facility at Shepherd Pratt, and those meaningful solutions aren't going to come from one provider, one department, or one system alone. They come through collaboration and coordinated action. And that's why I launched the Howard County Provider Forum. This coalition brings together experts from across our entire health continuum. These innovative practices and partnerships not only make Howard County healthier, but safer. Now, across our nation, fire departments have faced challenges in recruitment and retention. In Howard County, we have prioritized funding for our fire and rescue services. This ensures that they have the staff and the resources to efficiently and effectively respond to each call for help. I'm excited to share that with our recent graduation of trainee class 39, our Department of Fire and Rescue Services is now fully staffed. In 2019, we committed to becoming one of the first fire departments in our region to ensure minimum staffing on each piece of fire apparatus, and reaching this staffing level achieves the gold standard of the fire industry. Now, to illustrate the importance of our progress, in July, while a family was kayaking at Centennial Park, a young woman experienced a medical emergency. Thanks to a quick response from our fire department, our Department of Recreation and Parks, and a courageous resident, we rapidly transported the patient to the R. Adams Cowley Shock Trauma Center. Through the quick efforts of our first responders, today, that woman is healthy and alive. We're also making progress on Fire Station 15. This new station will further improve response times for our entire county. This innovative project will be the first station in Howard County and one of the first in our entire region to feature classrooms for students to learn technical skills and explore future careers in firefighting or EMS care. I want to especially thank Fire Chief Winston and our entire team at Department of Fire and Rescue Services, Superintendent Barnes and his entire team, the Board of Education, and everyone who collaborated in bringing this transformational, groundbreaking project to fruition. Thank you. Furthermore, we have worked closely with our public safety partners to accelerate crime prevention strategies. I'd like to thank Chief Durr, the Howard County Police Department, Sheriff Harris and his team at the Sheriff's Office, our State's Attorney Gibson and the entire State's Attorney team and his office, as well as Director Chippendale of our Department of Corrections and their team for all of their incredible efforts in public safety. Thank you. We remain dedicated to ensuring anyone who commits a crime in Howard County is held accountable regardless of whether the crime happened in 1975 or 2025. Now, we've made intentional investments to dedicate resources to solving cold cases. Not only has this brought closure to families, but also justice for victims. In March, our police department provided closure to a surviving family of Roseanne Sturtz, who had been reported missing in August of 1975. After nearly 50 years, our Howard County Police Department detectives closed Howard County's second oldest unsolved case after recovering lost evidence. More recently, our police department was able to identify a woman from a 1971 cold case as Sadie Bell Murray. As a result, our team was able to reunite siblings this summer who were previously unaware of what happened to their mother. Solving cold cases is about giving families resolution. It's about giving families peace. It's about ensuring that we never and will never forget about their lost loved ones. One act of violence in our community is one too many, especially when it results in loss of life and threatens places like Green Valley Marketplace in Elkridge or the Mall in Columbia. These gathering places represent belonging, connection, and shared community life. When harm comes in these spaces, it strikes at our collective sense of safety. We established a new police satellite office at the Green Valley Marketplace in Elkridge after hearing concerns from residents and local business owners. This new satellite office expands on our community policing. Now, as you may recall, on July 27th, 2024, our community was faced with tragedy. Shots were fired at the mall in Columbia, taking the life of 17-year-old Angelo Litto. Our hearts have remained with his family, friends, and community members since that day, and we will never forget that loss. After an extensive investigation and an exhaustive search over 10 months, Angelo Litto's murderer was arrested. And that was thanks to the tireless work of our Howard County Police Department, United States Marshal, sheriffs, and other law enforcement partners. Further, we launched a coordinated strategy to reduce violent activity in and around the mall by strengthening our gun violence reduction section, assigning a lead detective to focus on high-risk offenders, investing in data-driven policing, and youth efforts. This work is about prevention. This work is about accountability. This work is about creating the conditions where safety is the expectation and not the exception. Gun crimes committed by young people are plaguing many communities across our nation, and Howard County is not immune. To truly reduce violence and tragedies, we must invest in our young people and create new pathways for their future. From summer programs to year-round enrichment, and from community centers to leadership councils. We are building a continuum of support that empowers our young people at every stage of their life's journey. This summer, our free teen kickbacks saw record-breaking participation. Teens chose safe, structured spaces to connect with peers and trusted adults on Friday and Saturday nights. But engagement must extend beyond summer. And that's why our Youth Engagement Programming Initiative, fondly known as YEP, continues to thrive. Since launching in 2023, Howard County has invested more than $2 million in nearly 40 programs engaging more than 13,000 of our young people. We are thrilled to continue our successful partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of Metropolitan Baltimore at the Howard Community College. Since opening last year, this club has served nearly 100 of our young people, offering safe, nurturing environments that are enriching and pathways to higher education. Now, just this month, in collaboration with our Baltimore Ravens and Howard County Public Schools, we launched Girls Flag Football in Howard County. Managed by our Department of Recreation and Parks, this dynamic program celebrates the strength and the talent of young female athlete scholars. Free clinics and training begin this month in preparation for the inaugural Fall 2026 season. Now, we're also breaking new ground with our HOCO Strives initiative. Since the launch in 2019, Strives is tackling the root causes of the achievement gap and helps our students thrive academically and emotionally. For nearly 30 years, our community has waited patiently, and now we are unleashing incredible progress on the North Laurel Pool. I'm excited to announce that we are on track for completion in spring of 2026, and more residents will have opportunities to recreate and recharge with loved ones, and young people will have another safe, structured place in their own backyard. In Elkridge, we're moving forward with design and development of the future Elkridge Community Center and 50 Plus. This vibrant complex will include a dedicated teen zone to welcome our local youth, with the groundbreaking anticipated in spring of 2026. Now, as an educator, I understand firsthand the value of education and lifelong learning. Howard County is known for its stellar education system, which is due in part to our historic investments in our students, our educators, our schools. This year, our FY 2026 operating budget included $1.2 billion for our Howard County Public School system. This exceeded the maintenance of effort mandated by the state of more than $53 million, adding to our historic record of providing funding above MOE. We unlocked results by increasing our per pupil spending, rising by more than 34% in the last 7 years. Additionally, we have increased recurring special education funding by more than $70 million since I took office. And that funding helps so many of our students who need more support. And Howard County was one of the first in our state to raise starting teacher pay more than a year ahead of the state-mandated deadline. With our FY 2026 investments, we now have the highest starting teacher salaries in the Baltimore region, and we have also doubled the number of national board-certified teachers. I want to thank the school system and the Board of Education and every one of our residents for investing in our children and our future. Additionally, Howard County is the first and only jurisdiction in the state to provide student loan repayment assistance for teachers. To date, we have provided nearly $445,000 to help more than 300 of our teachers pay down their student loan debts. Our investments directly impact student outcomes and academic achievements. Howard County is now the jurisdiction with the highest graduation rate in the state of Maryland. Our ongoing partnership with Howard Community College also continues to impact the lives of thousands of our students as we forge pathways and unlock new opportunities in the skilled trades. In 2024, we broke ground on the new Workforce and Trade Center right here at HCC, which will usher in the next generation of our workforce in Howard County and beyond. We have committed $11 million to bring this project to fruition, which is expected to open next year. I'd like to again thank Dr. Willis, the board, her entire leadership team, and all here at HCC for their consistent collaboration and partnership. Thank you again. Educational opportunities are critical to better life outcomes. Children thrive when they are safe at school, safe at home, and safe throughout our community. That's why safe, reliable transportation is just as important. It connects our residents to schools, to jobs, and to upward mobility. Since 2019, we have implemented a best-in-the-nation Complete Streets policy and design manual, adding more than 110 miles of new transportation connections across Howard County. In the past year alone, we have completed a dozen multimodal projects, and we're focused on areas of the greatest need. Earlier this year, we earned a bike and pedestrian priority designation for the Elkridge Civic District on Route 1. And this Elkridge Civic District now has earned that priority designation, and we are strengthening coordination between our state and our county planning to improve safety and access, with the Moore Miller administration leading the way. Thank you so much. For the first time in the history of RTA ridership, we have surpassed 1 million rides. Along the Route 1 corridor, our new microtransit program has already provided more than 7,000 rides, reaching more than 500 rides each week. And this summer, we launched the Old Ellicott City Trolley. Inspired by the historic trolley streetcar that ran along Main Street for more than 50 years during the 19th and 20th centuries, the new OEC trolley connects people and resources in historic Ellicott City. To date, the trolley has had more than 2,000 rides since its launch. And today, around our state, our nation, our world, Ellicott City is a shining beacon of progress, showcasing the value of partnerships and perseverance. Our comprehensive Ellicott City Safe and Sound Flood Mitigation Plan is integral to our efforts to respond to the recent devastating floods in Ellicott City of 2011, 2016, and 2018. Earlier this month, we cut the ribbon on our third retention pond, H4, and this is our largest pond to date, and it has the capacity to retain roughly 5.5 million gallons of stormwater, which would otherwise flow directly into the Tiber-Hudson River and down to Main Street. Progress is also underway for our largest public works project in Howard County history, the Ellicott City North Tunnel. When complete, this mile-long tunnel will funnel water away from Main Street directly to the Patapsco River. 6 days a week, the expert team at Kiewit Trailer is constructing the shaft through which the tunnel boring equipment will enter. And our 300-long tunnel boring machine, known as Rocky, is scheduled to arrive this winter. I'm excited to share that this project is progressing on schedule and expected to be substantially complete in the fall of 2027. Now, another hallmark of our progress in Ellicott City is our renovation of the historic courthouse. This majestic building site sits atop of the Capitol Line Hill in Old Ellicott City, named for early settlers of the area after one of the 7 hills of Rome. Harkening back to this history and our geography, we will reopen the historic courthouse as the new Capitol Line Center in January of 2026. The first phase of construction will be complete in the fall. The Capitol Line Center will welcome the new headquarters of our Howard County Arts Council and our first ever Asian and American Pacific Islander Cultural Center, breathing new life into this treasured landmark. As we achieve revitalization and unlock resilient future, Howard County is leading on preservation. Through our Department of Recreation and Parks, we have preserved more than 10,000 acres of open space, including recent purchases of the 100-acre Longwood property in Glenwood. This picturesque property will be transformed into a public garden, a scenic, tranquil public space for all ages and abilities, right here in our own backyard. And preserving our land and protecting our ecosystems enhance our community well-being and drives bold climate goals. Our HOCO Climate Forward 2025 annual report shows we've already reduced pollution by 26%, putting us more than a third of the way toward our 2030 goal of a 60% reduction. Now, as energy bills strain family budgets and demand grows, Howard County has secured affordable, predictable, renewable power to control the costs and cut our fossil fuel dependence. Projects under our 2020 solar power purchase agreement are nearing completion and now generating enough electricity, clean electricity, to power more than half of our county government buildings. Locked-in rates will save taxpayers approximately $30 million over 25 years. And in early 2026, with HCC in our school system, we will launch another solar agreement to expand clean energy and deliver additional savings. We're also strengthening resilience, and since 2019, we've planted nearly 151,000 trees. This includes the largest voluntary planting in Howard County history, with almost 48,000 trees, and this brings us closer to our goal of a 50% canopy by 2030. Now, agriculture remains a cornerstone of our economy and a cornerstone of our heritage. Since reopening the Agricultural Land Preservation Program in 2019, we've preserved 448 acres of farmland. In April, we launched the county's first ever Office of Agriculture, only the third in the state of Maryland. And we invested $1 million to design a modern agricultural center at West Friendship Park to foster innovation and collaboration. We're also investing in natural and community spaces. After purchasing the beloved Camp Ilchester in 2022, we will break ground on Ilchester Park on October 7th with the completion in fall of 2026. And as we embrace the future and unveil the promise of tomorrow, we are leveraging partnerships to connect residents with the resources and government services that they need. As a result, we have partnered with the Office of Statewide Broadband and Verizon to expand fiber across western Howard County, and thanks to these efforts, less than 1% of our residents now remain without service. Further, by creating our Department of General Services and consolidating functions, we've improved efficiency and access to services. We are always focused on being responsible stewards of the taxpayer dollars. And that commitment earned Howard County historic recognition this year. 83 National Association of Counties awards. These efforts reflect real efficiencies and innovations that improve daily lives for our residents. Now, while we honor how far we've come, we also remember those we lost this past year. Please join me in a moment of silence for our beloved community members. We stand on the shoulders of champions, just like those on the screen and many others. They represent the best of who we are and who we can become. Now, with a possible federal government shutdown looming, we are prepared. In February, we sprung into action, immediately implementing career fairs, workforce opportunities, and expanding support services. And now we remain committed to the state of Howard County being strong. As we've done in the past, we will weather this storm together, and we stand at the ready to support our families who may be impacted by the federal government shutdown. We know the challenges ahead, and we know we cannot meet them alone. But together, we will dig deep, strengthen our resolve, and lead the way. We will ignite innovation because the future of Howard County depends upon it. We will radiate hope because hope is stronger than fear. We will embrace optimism, and we will always lead with love. And every single day we will unleash progress, unlock results, and unveil a brighter tomorrow. Thank you all so much for your partnership. May God bless you, may God bless Howard County, and may God bless America.